Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Unscripted on 13 Plus. I'm Carson Courier. You are taking a live look out to Mount Bigelow on your Monday morning, where you can see it's a little cloudy up there, a little gloomy.
Yeah, we're able to scrounge up some moisture to produce some of those lower level clouds too, because we do have some high level ones today that'll kind of pass out. So we should mention that there is a low working here.
Okay.
No kidding, and it is providing some lift. It doesn't have a lot to work with, but conditions are dry at the surface, so that's the big issue. Carson, let's take a look at those winds here real quick about what we're going to have. Basically, this is this afternoon, and this is going to be in Pima County. They're going to be a little heavier in Cochise County off to the east. That's where all that red flag warning talk is. But give you an idea of the projections, and as you head into the evening commute home, there'll be the winds active as well. So watch out for the blowing sand and dust and all of that in the package. Let's go and give you the projections, what they look like. That's when it's the most active. This afternoon, and actually tomorrow as well, although that's not in a red flag warning, it's not in a wind advisory zone, it's going to be right below the threshold, or the thinking now is. That could, of course, change in the future. Now, we get to midweek, and we kind of shake this all off, and it's a different type of weather forecast by the middle of the week. Back to the red flag warning, the coverage this afternoon expires at 7 with your west winds at 45, or up to about 45 there with the wind advisory. Things tied to the wind: fire danger, dry air, blowing dust. We've already had some problems on that over the weekend, repeating that a little today. And then, of course, the blowing debris. I even had some branches in my yard from Saturday's event there. Yeah, it's all where to go, but it just picks my yard. We'll just land here. Why not? Middle of the week, do want to point this out. Wednesday, little flavor of warm stuff. We're going to be above our averages there as the high tries to build. It's going to be interrupted as the end of the week is here. But again, on the weekend, high pressure builds again. And then we tear it back down again and have a new system to look out for. So the inconsistencies of spring are living up to their promise. Now, I want to show you this longer range thing, waiting for some moisture. Oh, that's interesting. This is what we say it's becoming, the models are becoming bullish for a shot of rain. So you want to buy into the futures that you're going to get some rain out of it. So that's the thinking. Don't know if that's going to hold, but that's Thursday, Friday. Notice how it's getting colder. So the higher elevations could see some mountain snows out of that. So, maybe get some rain towards the end of the week here. There's a possibility in the cards for that. Highs today, this is the best we're going to muster. And there is a chilly wind out there, Carson. I was out there feeling it on the patio there, and it's definitely there. So upper 50s is about the best we're going to do, coupled with those winds. And here you have it dancing around all over the place. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. But there's that shot of rain on Thursday and Friday to mention, and then a nice, decent weekend. So we kind of timed that part out, at least decently.
Okay.
So.
Well, fingers crossed. We have friends here from Cologuard Classic who are not loving that Friday forecast, but it's still
going. It's going on the weekend though too. So right?
It is.
I
the
got
weekend
that
looks good.
There we go.
All right,
I got
you got
partial credit.
Thank you, Dave. Now, speaking of Cologuard Classic, we do want to go ahead and take a look at their website here. So, of course, the Cologuard Classic by Exact Sciences. Can't believe it's already that time of year that this is kicking off again. We will get back to this website here shortly. I do want to scroll on down here before I introduce Brian, where you can see every single golfer who is playing in this tournament actually has been paired with either a colon cancer patient or a survivor here. This Cologuard Classic has really turned into something that's huge for all the individuals in this community. So I do want to go ahead and bring in Brian Gettle here from Exact Sciences. Brian, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much, Carson. Great to be here. Appreciate it.
So we were talking a little bit before about just how huge this Cologuard Classic has really just turned into this huge destination for survivors, for families of maybe individuals who have passed from colon cancer, for individuals who are currently fighting colon cancer. And it's really grown into something that's really just, you can't really wrap your brain around how big it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's something we really could have imagined when we
No.
started here 8 years ago. In 2018, our first tournament, we had maybe about a dozen colon cancer patient survivors, primarily played in the Pro-Am. And then we've really seen this community embrace this event so much. It's about so much more than golf.
Yeah.
And it's become a destination for this patient survivor community to really be together, to celebrate survivorship. And then we're even hearing about more than that. It's about, we hear stories about patients who come here and they talk about the clinical trials they're on and really what this event means to them. And this year we're expecting more than 350 patient survivors, loved ones, 36 states, 2 countries. We have several coming in from Canada this year. So it really speaks volumes as to what this event has become for the colon cancer community.
Absolutely. I know last year there were a couple of moments where people were sharing their stories. It got really emotional for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
But also, it kind of seems like where it can be an event for all these individuals to not feel so alone, to have all these other people to lean on and these families to kind of talk to other families and be like, hey, we're going through it too.
I mean, I think that is such a powerful point. There's a stage 4 patient that I've gotten to know pretty well who is coming again for the third year, and she's dealing with metastasis, and she's had a very tough road the last 3 years. And she sent a message to our team that she credits this tournament as much as
Wow.
her medical team for helping to get her through these last 3 years. And I don't think you need anything more motivating than that to, for our team and for everybody that puts on this wonderful event to recognize just kind of the impact that it can have.
Such a huge impact. And not only is it a huge impact for all those individuals who are currently kind of in that stage of their life or they've gone through that stage of their life, but also just kind of raising awareness about the importance of screening for everyone.
Yeah, it's a topic that a lot of people don't want to talk about, right? Talking about your colons, but
Exactly.
it is the number 2 cancer killer, and especially for people under the age of 50, it is expected to be the number 1 cause of cancer death by 2030, and it's a preventable cancer. So this is a really important event to help raise awareness of the importance of screening and getting the word out there. And this is a community of people that are not afraid to talk about it. So if you're coming out to the golf tournament and you see somebody dressed in blue comes up and asks you if you've been screened, I hope you're prepared for it, and I hope you take it to heart.
Exactly. And I've been out there a couple of years too. It's really funny too. They try to be so
Yeah,
just
you
like
got to have a little
warm and
humor with
welcoming.
it. Makes it more approachable.
Exactly. I think last year or 2 years ago, maybe they had this big camera set up where you could put on all these different hats and take all these different photos and stuff. It's really a great time too for just anyone who wants to go out and enjoy or maybe give a donation or
Definitely.
kind of give back. Yeah.
Yeah, so the donation component, if you don't mind if I put
Yeah,
a quick plug in.
absolutely.
So, a lot of the patients and survivors that come get financial support. We're really proud at Exact Sciences. We provide travel grants to now, it's grown over the years, 17 different colon cancer nonprofits from across the country.
Wow.
And those dollars are used to help offset travel costs for those patients and survivors to come. Many do come with, paying out of their own pocket, but then that still doesn't get everybody who wants to come here. So we have another program called Sponsor a Survivor, which you can learn more about at cologuardclassic.com. And through donations, and we've received some really incredible donations here locally, any amount, $5, $100, whatever it is, can go toward helping a patient or a survivor come to this event next year. And to go back to my point earlier, it's so much more than just sending them to come here to see golf. It is a really important moment for somebody who's going through the fight or has maybe been through the fight but is feeling a level of isolation, where they make lasting friendships, where they learn about maybe the newest treatment options that are out there, and
Yeah.
it can make a real difference in someone's life.
Yeah, I would imagine. I really would. I do want to go ahead, as you mentioned that website, pull this back up on the screen here. So here you were telling me about how all of these individuals are actually paired with these golf pros. Is this the first year that that's happening, or has that always happened?
No, this is year number 5.
Okay.
So during COVID, in the tournament in 2021, there were no fans. So
Yeah.
we're sitting here thinking, how do we continue to connect the advocacy community, the colon cancer patient community, to this event? And this is real credit to the PGA Tour for allowing us to do this, because this is very unique to the Cologuard Classic, but they've really embraced what we tried to do here. So for the 5th straight year, every pro in the field will play on behalf of a different patient, survivor, or you see here in memory of a loved one who has been lost to colorectal cancer. And so that year, we got videos from the pros sending messages to the honorees. And what's been amazing and a testament to how much this means to folks, this year, of the 78 people who are being honored through this program, more than 60 will actually be here in Tucson.
Wow.
They'll get the chance to meet their pro. We've heard stories over the years of connections that have been made where they've stayed in touch. And it really is meaningful for these people who are either in the thick of the fight or have gone through it, for them to see their name on a ribbon worn by the pro in this event. really can carry meaning that I don't think we fully realize just how much it can mean.
Absolutely. That is just so special. And again, for anybody who's watching at home or who's interested in kind of learning a little bit more about this is Cologuardclassic.com. All you have to do is go to Cologuard. Under this little tab here, you can go to Pairings with a Pro, and that way you can see all of these different individuals. Also here, you can see Sponsor a Survivor. Let's go ahead and click on that. So is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
So this is if you go to this site, this is the opportunity to make a donation to help people come out. We've got 12 patients and survivors this year that are coming out as beneficiaries of this program. And then another new thing that if for fans that come out to the tournament this year, that'll be very fun. On the 15th hole, once again, we're having a fan setup that's just for these folks called Survivor Central.
Oh.
And on that hole, we are also going to be tracking birdies for survivors. So every birdie that one of the pros makes on that hole during the tournament, anytime between Friday and Sunday, the tournament is going to donate $1,500 to the Sponsor
Wow.
a Survivor program. So essentially, every birdie is going to send a patient or a survivor to this event next year.
Wow.
So hopefully that'll add another level of excitement.
And that's new this year.
New this year, yeah.
Okay, we'd love to see it. So I'm going to give you an opportunity here. Is there anything else that we haven't mentioned or just something that you want to say really quick before we go?
I would just say, this is the start of Colon Cancer Awareness Month. It's not, this is intended that this event falls when it does here in the month of March. And we have just been so grateful that this community has embraced us and recognized that this event is about so much more than golf, and just would encourage people to come out, support, meet a patient or a survivor and listen to their story, and hopefully they can take that back and make sure that either they themselves or they talk to their family and get screened.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Thanks so much,
And everything
Carson.
you're also doing just for the Cologuard, or just anyone who's been affected by colorectal cancer, whether they know someone, somebody in their family, or themselves, it really means so much.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, really quick before we go, we do want to take one last look outside on your Monday. Dave was saying going to be a cold one out there. Also, it is a First Alert Action Day for folks in Cochise County, so definitely beware of that. Could be seeing some windy conditions here. Here at home, not so much the case, but still always be fire aware as you head out the door. We will keep watching it for you and update you on air, online, on our mobile news app, so definitely go and make sure you download that. All you have to do is scan this QR code right there on your screen if you do not have our app already. You can customize your alerts. You get notifications on top stories, live coverage, breaking news, or you can just go to your Apple App Store or the Google Play App Store and search KOLD. It is very helpful. I definitely recommend it. But thank you all so much for watching this episode of Unscripted on 13 Plus. I'm Carson Courier. I'll be right back here tomorrow morning at 9:30. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching.